Hey guys, Bear16 here. Welcome back to the Traveler SMP. Once again, we are back playing all of Fabric 6. I almost said it again, but as you can see, we've done a little bit between episodes. So this is just a really robust, faster smelter. These are bellows, and well, these are inferior furnaces. We'll go with these first. The inferior furnace has a cooking speed of 120% and a fuel efficiency of 100%. It's made with inferium block, 2 inferium ingots, and 1 inferium essence along with the furnace. The inferium block is just 9 inferium essence, and the inferium ingot is, of course, 1 prosperity ingot and 2 inferium essence. Prosperity ingot is just 1 iron ingot surrounded by 4 prosperity shards, which we've been mining loads of. The bellows, however, are actually super cheap to make, although I did have to go hunting. The bellows only require 2 leather and 6 wooden slabs, and of course, thanks to this guy, I've got loads of wood in here, and even more up here. So I'm pretty set on wood at the moment. But I hooked these up to a redstone signal to get these going, so when you do that, it gets these to cook, and it speeds up the furnaces even more. So it's a really robust super smelter, which is honestly quite nice. But when I turn it off, I've noticed that it doesn't turn off because of this making a redstone clock for some reason, which I don't understand how that's happening. But that's going to be a-okay. We're going to ignore that. But what I want to do today is I want to keep working in modern industrialization. And I've actually collected all these resources here, which is everything we need to complete these quests here. I've not crafted this. This is just crafting these things to make the coke oven, so I went ahead and did that one. And this one is just collect fire clay, which is made using smelting fire clay dust, which you can get pretty easily just by actually crafting brick dust with clay balls. Brick dust is just going ahead and hammering bricks, which I got clay from Hypermoron, so I was good on that. In fact, I have loads more clay still because I told him I was going to go mining around his island. He didn't want that. So we got quite a bit to craft here, although we're not actually going to craft the... We're not going to craft that. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. But that's not a natural thing to craft. So first things first that we need to craft is we need to get this iron... well, first we really need the bronze boiler. This is step 1, because this is going to allow us to get steam. And that's something we really, really need. So that will give us a modern industrialization loot bag, and that is awesome. Next, we'll come down here and get the compressor, because that's right there. No point in jumping up and down. Let's get that out of the way. And that will also give us a modern industrialization loot bag. And then we're going to get the mixer, which is just all this crafting recipe, of course. I'm not going over the crafting recipes, because you guys can see them as I go. And guess what? That will give us, of course, mixed salad and a modern industrialization common loot bag. And finally, the bronze cutting machine, which is this recipe right here, which apparently I'm missing white fluid pipes for. I'm missing fluid pipes. I'm out of fluid pipes. Oh my god. I didn't think I would ever run out of fluid pipes. I still have fluid pipes. I'm not actually out. I just didn't have them in my inventory. And look at that. All done. And guess what? That is going to give us a modern industrialization common loot bag. So that unlocks the bronze furnace, coke, of course, and bronze water pump. And I don't know what this will do. But what I want to do is I want to go upstairs to this level and want to finally use this level of our house. And I want to use this for modern industrialization, just to get started with. And so we're going to use the bronze boiler, because this is number 1. And this, when we put fuel in here and water in here, it will give us steam. So for every 2 buckets of water we cook, will give us 2, well, for every bucket of water we cook, will give us 2 buckets of steam. So I actually have water in here and some charcoal. I didn't realize I had charcoal in here, so that's good. So if we put that in here, and I put and give that time to cook all the way through, that will actually go ahead and make us that bucket of steam, which is pretty awesome. But I'm going to take this now because we're hungry, and this will do that. So we actually have a mod that the more different types of food that you eat, it gives you... Hold on, let me show you guys. It gives you stuff. So through eating diverse foods, you unlock more hearts. So that's one reason of why I have so many, along with the idea that Hyper gave me this heart in the last video, which allows me to have more health. So that right there will be 1 bucket of steam. So steam bucket is upside down, which is very interesting to me. But now if I were to actually go downstairs and grab the bronze macerator, that thingy, this bronze macerator allows me to process ores itself, which, be real with you. So it takes steam right out of here and puts it straight in. That's so fascinating. That's fascinating. Interesting. I don't actually have any ores to macerate right now, but that is so very interesting. So now if I take this, that will also fill it up with steam. Can I put this here and all? It won't fill up with steam for there. So that I will need to put my own steam into, which is fine. Which that's more than fine. You are still making. I didn't put that much water into you. And this is full of steam. This is full of steam. And this has 1,000 millibucket. Oh my god. How much steam are you going to make? This is insane. This is so much steam. And a bronze compressor, we'll just drop that down there. We may as well, guess what? Use more steam. I don't understand where all the steam is coming from, but I'm going to take the steam if it's up for grabs. I'm going to take it. There we go. All of these are filled with steam. And so now that we have that done, we're just going to claim all of this. Steel ingots is good. Bricks are okay. They're helpful. But coal ore is actually really freaking helpful. Can I go ahead and macerate coal ore? Or is that not going to do anything? Coal crushed dust. What can this do? Huh. Interesting. I don't think I've ever even seen this, to be honest with you. So if I were to smelt this now, which we'll go ahead and come over here, turn this on. Now if I smelt this, will it do anything? No? I don't know. Can I use this as a fuel source of sorts? I can. Huh. This is strange. I'm not going to macerate all of that coal because I want to actually, save it for useful stuff. But I have gone ahead and processed all of our ores, so obviously all of that is done. And because I collected a stack of lignite coal, I actually completed the other quest over here, which is, not that one, this one, the lignite coal, which just to get a 64, and that gave me 8 blocks more, so that did a thing. But I want to go ahead and figure out what this whole system is. So I'm going to do a whole bunch of research, but I want to show you guys that I did actually go ahead and craft it all. But this whole video is going to be dedicated to getting through the steam age. Getting a coke oven built, these things set up, and all of this going. And I want to end this episode by getting 2 analog circuits and starting the electric age. That's the goal for today's video. If I get there, I'll be surprised, but that's the goal. So I just wanted to do a quick intro and show you guys me doing this. Now I got to do a bunch of research, figure out how to make a coal oven and where to take things from here. But yeah, so I'll be right back. I have done a little bit of work trying to figure this stuff out. I've figured out that this layout here is probably going to be best because we got the bronze cutting machine back here, the macerator right next to it, which I don't know why I have that in there. The bronze boiler is giving steam to all of these things so that it can steam power all of it. However, I honestly don't think that I'm going to need this cutting machine right now. What I do want to make is actually the furnace from modern industrialization here, which is the automatic, the bronze furnace. So the bronze furnace is made using 5 bronze plates, a normal furnace, and 3 fire clay bricks. And I believe I have all the stuff I need for it, but I don't have it all together. Which, it's pretty easy to do, so I'm not too high, which I'm not really too worried about. So if I go into not the macerator, the compressor, I'm going to need, what was it? I already forgot. Alright, so I need the bronze furnace. I need 5 bronze plates. Okay, so I'll just grab 5. Hello? My game decided to no for a second, but that's okay. That's a-okay. It does that sometimes. Oh, and it's just immediately goes. So it takes the steam out of here and uses that as fuel to go through. So this way we can just pound through bronze plates like this. We don't even need the hammer anymore, so we're not wasting iron doing that, which so our iron reserves are going to last so much longer, which is honestly much, much needed. But I also got this coke oven up and running, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to use it. I've put coal in here. I've got steam in here. This is the item input hash. This is the fluid input hash. And I got it to take stuff out. All of this is enabled to do the auto extraction or auto extraction or auto insertion. So I don't know why it's not working. I don't know how to work it. I don't know if it needs redstone or a lever or what have you, but it says that the shape is valid and it's active. I don't know. I've been looking it up. I don't know yet. But we're going to take these plates right now. We are going to go ahead and we're going to make a furnace. First off, we need to grab some cobblestone to make a furnace. So that is going to be 5 of those. Beautiful. Now we need the bricks. So 1, 2, 3, and then we can save the rest for later when we need them. So that's 3 of those, the bronze furnace, and 5 bronze plates is the, there we go. 10 times more fuel efficient, which is freaking awesome. Because we can then put that here, and that'll automatically fill up with steam. So we don't need to worry about that. We can put that in here, and it'll immediately just start pumping out a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to actually do instead is I think I'm going to hook up this bronze boiler to fluid tanks. Because I remember making these tanks here, which can hold a bunch of fluid. So I'm going to grab some bronze boilers, some of these fluid pipes, hook it up so that the bronze boiler is constantly making steam, and that the steam will constantly feed into our furnace, and then I'll just make a normal auto furnace setup with chests and hoppers and figure out how the hell this coke oven works, because I don't understand it, but I think I need it, and I don't know how to use it. So it turns out I was quite stupid, but I figured it out, and that you don't place it on it, you replace the block with it. So I moved the bronze boiler over here. I was going to set up a whole steam thing with like tanks and everything, but I need to make more of the pipes, these fluid pipes down here, and I'm working on gathering resources. I have most of them right here. I've got the tank, I've got the panes down there, and I've got these already. I really don't need much. I have everything I need. Honestly, I could just go ahead and do it real quick. I just was postponing, so I was trying to figure out the blast furnace, or the coke furnace. But I think I've gone ahead and figured that out. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove this from here. Put this here. Put that there. I've also figured out you take the wrench and force that, and then I want it to be taking from that. So we're going to put the wrench there, and we want it to go into that. Perfect. And then we also want one going from here into the fluid tank. So yep, we want it to go there, and then also take the boiler now. Set the boiler here, and we can have the wrench do that. No, that's both ways, only one going in. So now if we come downstairs, I have a little hidden water source right in this little section here. And I'm just going to fill up my backpack so I can carry as much as I possibly can. Where did my water backpack go? There it is. That way we can, do it this way. But I've been collecting a bunch of creosote oil now. And I actually collected some creosote coke, which is this stuff. It's not called creosote coke, but that's what I'm going to call it, because I don't like just saying coke. Because, reasons. But if we throw water in there, throw our charcoal in here, we can't use the charcoal for anything but fuel, so that's perfect. That'll make the steam. Now this will go into here, which will then go into here. You'll notice it's filling up and then slowly losing. But this will keep going until we are entirely out of coal up here. And it will keep filling up. This is actually full, so our creosote oil is probably filling up quite a bit. We've got a little bit more coke in here. So what I'm now going to do is take this macerator. I'm going to move the macerator. Ah, crap. My storage. There we go. Take this bronze furnace. We don't need the furnace right now. We need the macerator. Where's my macerator? Here, take my redstone components. Where's my macerator? That's the water pump, furnace, cutting machine. That's right. Here we go. Here we go. That up here so that can get some steam coming in. And now we're going to go just pulverize one of those, and that'll give us coke dust, and that'll help us complete one quest and get this. And now we get a block of coke and modern industrialization loot bag, which we don't have room to store. But I'm also going to go ahead and put this bronze furnace next to here so I can keep my iron smelting and keep macerating up this iron ore. So I got 16 iron ore, and it's already giving me 30 raw iron. I still have 5 left to process. And then you go ahead and macerates all that into raw iron, and then we put it in the furnace, or then we remacerate the raw iron into the iron dust that we're smelting here, and it gives you even more. So our iron input is strongly exceeding the output right now, which is exactly what we're looking for. And you can see through the fluids that this actually is pumping steam. So I know that all of this is working, although this is not getting enough steam to run because both of these are running right now. And it can only produce so much steam at a time. But that is okay because we have a lot more water to put in. So we will just keep dumping water in here until we succeed. Where did I put that bucket? Oh, in here. I was like, well, I keep losing the bucket. It's so funny. But so that should get a little bit more steam going in, continue our production of coke. But that does open up the ability now to get the steam blast furnace. And the steam blast furnace allows us to get a lot of things, including steel, item transportation, faster machines, a steel wire mill, steel packer, infinite resources. What does it do? And that is the steam quarry, which we will set up somewhere. I don't know where. Steel and packer, and a steel fluid input hatch, which includes drills and stuff. But all of that will unlock the way for the electric age to begin, which is 2 analog circuits including copper wires, which is just a wire mill into using copper plates. And then we need a capacitor, 2 gold sheets, 2 copper wires, and a rubber sheet. The rubber is going to be the hard part, trading. So apparently if we use a forge hammer into emeralds, it will do it. There's a lot of stuff to unpack with these recipes. What? So you can wire mill a wire to get a fine one. Okay. There's a lot to unpack here, but I think for right now we'll focus on what we do know, and that is the steam blast furnace. We've already completed pretty much the entire steam age going into the electric age. We just need to get steel going, and then we'll finally get our first step into actual electronics. And that will get us the ability to get large steam boiler, steam turbines, an assembler, energy transfers, polarizers, blast furnaces, energy input hatches, and the mid-game age, which I am not there yet. We are very much still in early game. But I think if we follow this all the way through and unlock this, we get a modern industrialization trophy. But we also means we unlock so much stuff along the way, including a gravity chest plate, these little jetpacks, a chainsaw and a mining drill, a bunch of other things, upgrades and quarries and resources and all these things. You see the steam tank is absolutely overflowing right now because this stuff just can't keep up. And we are just going and going. But we're doing it. I think our biggest problem is going to be the creosote. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if we need it for something. I've not got a clue. Okay, but see, now we have 48 iron, and so that's 3 times the 16 that we had. And now we can then put that in again, and that will macerate each one of those into just 1 iron dust, sometimes 2. But that is, we're tripling just the 16 ore that we were given, which is absolutely amazing. So that is going to do us quite well. But, alright, I'm going to need what for this? We're going to need 29 fire clay bricks, which once again, we're just taking clay dust. And in order to get fire clay dust, we're crafting brick dust with clay. Brick dust is made by, smashing up some bricks. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of these resources, and I'll show you guys how to do this the right way. I've done a little bit of work. I've moved our stuff around and added a bunch of pipes and stuff so that everything is now getting steam, including our new blast furnace, which I've taken the time to actually go ahead and gather the resources to make, and we are actually getting steel now, which checks off all of this. This entire thing, which gave us this modern industrialization common loop back. And your first steel quest is passed off, which gave me that, which I unlocked and I got the copper ingot. So now this means that we are unlocking the ability to do item transportation, faster machines, steel packer, infinite resources. So what does it do? Which is just a quarry. Steel unpacker, and which once I get all of this stuff, I will get the fluid input hatch, and then these drills for the quarry, and then we can do the steel wire mill. It makes wires, and unlocking the ability to access the electric age, which is the end goal for today's video. But I feel like we're making pretty steady progress through the first couple stages. This right here is where it's going to start getting complicated. But for right now, I've got a basic understanding of what I'm doing. I've got both a coke oven. I still don't know what to do with creosote. I have so much creosote, and I have no idea what to do with it. But I've got that going, and this is making steel. So I've made uncooked steel here. The resource for that is just a bunch of iron dust and coke dust. Coke dust you can make taking cold coke and put it in a macerator, and it gives you coke dust. And iron dust is made, in the macerator, or the forge hammer, doing that the same thing, putting iron ore and getting iron dust through that. There is a spirit or something annoying me. I don't know. It's starting to irritate me. But I've been trying to keep this topped up with water, which is very difficult because everything is taking steam to the point where I am, drained. I'm going to talk to Hyper, see if there is a way that I can, constantly be pumping water into this so it can be fully automatic. But I've been looking and looking and looking, and I don't know how to do that other than just repeatedly up and down like this, which is what I've been doing. So I just want to give you guys an update on that. I'm going to grind up try to get as much steel as I can before we get into all of these, because it's about to get very steel intensive. Needing a steam quarry, which is all steel, and apparently Invar rotary blades. I don't even know how to get Invar. Lubricant. This mod is very suggestive. How do I get Invar? How do you get Invar? I've gone ahead and collected just about everything I need for these machine casings now. The only thing that I need now is the rest of these plates. I clearly have enough for one, but that's one steel machine casing. I genuinely thought it was a block of steel, but that's okay. That's gonna be all right. Just gotta wait on all these now, but I have everything else I need. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make these faster machine things. I'm not going to bother right now with the steel unpacker, the infinite resources, steam quarry. I don't really need that right now. The steel packer, even the steel wire mill. I know I said the goal is the electric age, but when I thought back and what my final goal is what we'll be getting into next episode, the electric age isn't going to matter right now, because in the next episode we're going to be taking a break from modern industrialization in general. My main goal was to get steel production and the ore processing, which I've gone ahead and actually done. So now that we've actually, done that, I don't have to worry about that at all. So let's go ahead in here and craft up what I need. That's going to be our second machine casing. And now we can come down here and craft up both of these upgrades. Nope, not what I wanted. I'm clicking wrong buttons. Oh my god. Here we go. This. And okay, well, let's do, I think it was this here, this like this here, that there, and this like this. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Oh, this is backwards. Okay, I know what I did wrong. So these are here. The bronze rods are up top, bronze rotors here. I got the cables right, I got the fire clay bricks, and I got the machine casing. And these are steel upgrades. Now these steel upgrades upgrade your machines from bronze to steel. So I believe I don't know how to do it. We got another one. craft a steel upgrade and apply it in a smithing table. All right, so a smithing table is super easy to make. We even have some iron on us in here. So just grab the wood in here. Plus 4 iron just like that. 2 just like that. We're going to need to re-hook up all of our supplies here, but that is going to be okay. I know everything is literally pumping and going right now, but I'm going to break it all. What do we have? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 of the things we needed. That's 5. I have 4 upgrades in total. So what am I not? Oh, the mixer. I've literally not used the mixer at all, so I'm not going to bother upgrading it because if I haven't found a use for it yet, I still see a point in changing anything. So I do. Bronze boiler, absolutely. I need that upgrade ASAP. Bronze furnace, also ASAP. Bronze compressor, that could be a little quicker. And the bronze macerator could be better as well. So now that I've got all of this rehooked up, all we got to do is put the steel boiler back down there. Steel macerator back on top of that. Furnace right here because it's going to be, taken care of on that front. And the steel compressor goes right back over here. So now we got to fill all this stuff back up and enjoy the speed, to be honest with you. But overall, I think that's all of the progress we're going to make. I know it's kind of lots of crafties and machineries, but that's because getting all of this wired up properly has just been an absolute pain of research. But I know what I'm doing from here. So the next episode, we are deviating from modern industrialization and getting into the goal of what I've wanted to do right away and why we've actually been working with steel at this whole time. And I am really excited for you guys to see what that is, but I don't want to reveal anything until the next episode. So sadly, I can't say more on that. But for now, I think that will do us. So I hope you guys did enjoy this thrown together video. If you are new around here, please do consider subscribing. If you enjoy, please do leave a like and a comment down below. But thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.